Hey, welcome. We're back at the Cafe 210 prayer room where I get to do a lot of recordings. And I is a Pastor Isabel. Welcome. We've done this before, haven't we? But really, we had it on the couch there. Now we're on the chairs. Looks more professional.
It does. I like the new look. I like the new look. Everything.
Oh, the beard.
Everything.
And you think it makes me look what?
It makes you look younger.
Younger.
I like this look.
Whoa. Okay. Isabel and I met. In fact, you brought a friend over here too, but that's okay. And we met in jail. And I remember that somewhat, but I really do remember the second time we met. We were at a recovery group here in Visalia.
Yes.
And I was speaking at it, and you were there. Mm-hmm. And this is when Grandma Pat was with us, and she's with the Lord now. She, she helped start about 6 or 7 recovery groups around in this area. Fantastic. And you were just there, and somehow we got to talking, and you must have said, well, I'm going to be walking home. Now, home is Porterville at that time. And you were actually going to walk all that distance. I know you were, and it was a little drizzly, I remember that night. And I'm going, what? Yeah, it's about a 40-minute drive.
It is. For a walking, because I had done that walk before.
Oh, yeah?
And it took me 7 hours.
Oh, my Lord.
It took me 7 hours to walk from Visalia to Porterville, but I was dedicated to that group. That was the only group that actually just filled my soul.
Oh, wow.
Like, it just hugged my soul.
Such a time as this.
Correct. And that was the time, I was healing from losing my children. I was overcoming my addictions. The atmosphere where I was living, everything was just, you name it, everything was wrong.
Well, it's interesting because I was saying, Gil, well, let's take her home. And we took you home. And that was really great, just spending that time with you. And Gail and I both left and said, it was really weird. We were both in, God's got something really planned for that gal. I have no idea. And then came our Father's home.
Here we are.
Tell me what is our Father's home and what do you do?
So our Father's home has now grown. We've expanded into Fresno. We've expanded into, I don't know if last time we spoke about us being in Tijuana in Mexico.
No.
Yeah, so now we're helping in Mexico and we're helping families in India now. So it's just collaboration, families coming together, helping one another, pulling resources, family reunification in all these different areas.
Explain family.
So sometimes, let's say if somebody's in Mexico, right? Either their parents had to leave their children behind so the parents can come work. So there's that family separation. Or there's family members in India for the same thing, right? Everybody wants to travel here for a better life. But a better life financially, right? And then they lose the sight of what's really important, which is a family.
Yeah, I think, well, we're not going to get politically or anything like that, but naturally is the right. And you do other things too.
Yes, we have our shelter that we have open now in Fresno.
Oh, okay. Oh, yes. Tell me about that.
That's men, women, and children. So it is because we understand that when a family goes through trials and tribulations, they go through a trial and tribulation as a family, right? So then how do we expect them to heal when they're separated?
Wow.
They have to heal as a family. If they broke as a family, they have to heal as a family. And there's no place around us that will allow that, right? They won't allow that. So how is a husband supposed to learn how to deal and how to come back up from his ashes without the actual experience of dealing with the wife and the kids at the same time? Because we help him heal by himself, and then we throw him back in the world, and then the stress of the wife and the kids will take him back down.
Wow.
Same thing with the wife, and same thing for the children. There's no place where the children can kind of transition from looking at their mom and dad from being an alcoholic, a drunk, an abuser, because that's what they've experienced, to actually have a safe environment and transition to see them as a mommy and daddy again.
When you were talking about that, to my parents, the term we called it are functioning alcoholics, meaning they could work, they could draw, but when they came home, that's when they started to really drink a lot. That's when, and I don't know if we ever healed as a family. I mean, I do know this: the last 10 years of my dad's life, thanks to my wife Gail, I really had a great relationship with him. He didn't drink as much and smoke, and all that. But so in a sense, there was a healing. But wow, to
Right.
heal as a family from this.
Correct. And so we do family get-togethers, like we do family outreach together, so that the family learns how to serve and be served as one.
Oh,
And we do like Bible studies. Like right now on our way over here, we had the girls doing a Bible study with us on the road. So even if we're not at the actual location, we're still getting
oh
water.
my God.
We're still feeding one another in any way
You
that we
didn't.
can.
And it's funny because this friend is sitting over there in the
Yes.
chair. So you're not going to waste any time. I mean,
No.
when they're with you, we're not even dry time. We're going to make.
We're gonna make the best of it,
Oh, wow.
right? Because guys, God says to be wise with our idle time, right? So that's exactly what we do.
Court.
Mhm.
What do you do about court sometimes?
So we still help families through court, whether they're going through restraining orders, dissolutions, trying to get their families back together. We help them, we support them, we go to court. Our program is now recognized through the city of Fresno, so they are actually court ordered into our program, court ordered into one-on-one counseling with our pastors.
Wow. Wow.
And the court knows that they are receiving spiritual counseling. Now, most courts don't accept that and
Oh.
don't recognize
Oh,
as
but
spiritual
Fresno,
counseling.
Have you?
Mhm.
Well, I don't know. Is that something you tried here in Visalia?
Yeah, it just happened in Fresno. I didn't
Oh,
even
okay.
try. It just was
Well,
recognized, accepted, and received.
It is kind of interesting because I know that the recovery groups,
Mhm.
those are
You
those
sign your card.
you sign your card
Mhm.
saying you've been to the recovery group. So that boy, but to have something even more, I don't know. That's something you're going to explore, I bet,
It
because
is.
you know,
It's really
especially when you say
exciting.
Fresno's doing this,
Mhm.
and I suppose I think I don't know you know how to do this, but I think that'd be great here. Um, is there anything else? This is great that we're talking about.
Yes, I'm really excited. Just everything that God is opening the doors for us to do. We want to be able to launch a worship night once every Saturday, for the community, right? Because if we continue to continuously water,
Yeah,
and different,
yeah.
and like let's say put it every third Saturday of the month, it's going to be a worship night for the whole duration of the summer.
So you got that thinking in Fresno.
Well, we're thinking that in Fresno, and I know there's a lot of artists here in Visalia who wouldn't mind doing it here in Visalia.
I would love to, if you ever, well, we're connecting in a lot of
Yes.
ways. I'd like to connect with you more if you really are thinking that in Visalia.
I am. I really want to do it out like in a park area,
Oh,
just to
wow.
let people just come and
How nice it is out there
yeah, and
too.
just lay a blanket, just have free like hot dogs and drinks, and at the same time just come and worship. Just come and worship. A lot of the healing that I did that can help me, that has me here where I am today, is through worship.
You know, this is worship family. I mean, I like the emphasis on family because there may be some people that are even going to church families and wow, we could do this with our
Correct.
family.
Right.
Oh.
And it's different. It breaks you from your routine. We end up falling in the routine of work, in the routine of school, in the routine of Bible study, in the routine of service. And we're not breaking free from that. So when you fall into that mental routine and that physical routine, then what are we really getting out of what we're receiving at that moment, right? Because it's just another this, it's another that, and we're not even applying it into life anymore. So if we do something like this and it's healing hearts all around, it's a free event, so nobody can say, "Oh, I'm not going to have the finances." It's out in the open, so it's going to reach somebody's ear that's nearby that needs to be, watered in some type of way. Or if you're driving, you're going to be able to just pull over and sit in your car and hear it from your car. Whatever way we can reach those hearts, right, in a most graceful, warmth way.
Wow. Okay, curious minds got to
Yes.
know. In just a couple of minutes.
Yes.
Couple of minutes.
Mm-hmm.
What was your study about driving over here?
We were reading the chapter Jeremiah 30.
And what were you getting out of that?
We were discussing on that of how God does hold us accountable,
Wow.
and that no matter where we are in life, that He's gonna be there. And that was really hitting our home because we try to run our Fresno home by the way the Bible is. So our structure is very unique. We open the doors at 7:30. We close the doors at 8 o'clock. So you have that whole time. We don't force you out because we know that sometimes God just needs you to stand still. So we never say you have to leave and then come back, right? Because God works in us individually in different ways. If you were to walk into the building, one of us or all of us is going to greet you with, "Hey, how are you? Good morning. Would you like a cup of coffee?" We're going to receive you with that grace and that warmth. But also, if there's things that come up in the home, then they already know, our clients already know they have to go to one another, talk to one another, because that's what the Bible says. If you have something wrong with your brother, go talk to him first. And if they go and they talk to each other and they settled it, I don't even need to know about what happened, right? If it doesn't get settled, then they'll bring it to me and we discuss it. So everything that the Bible tells us like that, we're bringing God's word to life in that aspect.
Isabel, if people really want to connect with you, share with them how they can connect with you.
They can definitely give us a call at 559-667-3608.
Say that again, one more time.
559-667-3608.
And I'm sure you have Facebook page and
I do. So
but really the best way to connect with you is the phone. You know, I think, and that's really true because I'm finding out more. You do respond real well to phone messages.
I do.
But most people will say texting would be better because we live in that hurry society and it doesn't take. So we're going to have you give the phone number one more time. Okay, writing this down. I'll write it down too. And then you can text Isabel. Please do. You can say, would you give me a call? And she'll call you back and you'll be overwhelmed.
Yeah, it works better for me on text just because sometimes I'm in one port or another. And so I don't get service in some ports at all. So if you call me, I'm not going to know that you called me. But if you text me, once I get into an area that I get good service, your text will come through and then I'll be like, okay.
Oh, fantastic. Oh, great advice.
Yes.
Well, Isabel,
yes.
You remember how we signed this off? Do you remember?
Oh, you're going to put me on the spot?
I want to thank you guys for watching. Thank you for being on. You know what to say. Yeah. Okay. We need to do this more.
That's right.
Isabel, first of all, I want to thank you all for watching.
Thank you.
And Isabel, I want to thank you for being on.
Chocolate and Chat.
Yeah.